Hey guys, what is up and welcome back. So today we'll be doing a review on the iPhone 6. Okay, I know this isn't really a old phone, but this is a phone which people don't really use nowadays because it's quite old. So without further ado, let's get started into the video. Hey guys, so now we are at the eBay website now. So let's order an iPhone 6. So today is about iPhone 6, right? So we're gonna order iPhone 6. So this was my previous order, so iPhone 6. So let's go. I'm actually looking for the gold color. Okay, gold color. So okay. Oops. Okay. So most of it is factory unlocked. So I'm not looking for the 6S, but the iPhone 6. So okay, 16GB gold unlocked. Okay. This looks like it's in good condition. Let's see. Okay, so it's just the phone itself. Okay, no, this has a lot of cosmetic defects. So yep. So yeah, I'm only looking for the 16GB model, as we're only going to use it for a video, and I'm not going to use it as my main phone or something. So we should just go for the 16GB. So all along there's only 6 plus. There's no 6S or 6S plus. So okay, there's one 16GB, but it's actually grey color. So okay, this is factory unlocked. Okay, so 16GB factory unlocked. Okay, yep. So so I can choose my color. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so it's actually a factory unlocked phone. So okay, so there's free standard shipping, so I don't have to pay for any shipping actually. So okay, I'm actually quite reluctant to buy this, but yep, I hope it's a value for money. So let's go and buy it now. As usual, just check out as a guest. Yep. Okay guys, so yeah, I'll go order that. Okay guys, so now I've actually ordered the phone, and yeah, hopefully it's a good phone. So let's wait for it to arrive here and we shall test it out.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Hey guys, the phone has arrived at our studio, so let's take a look at the phone. So yeah guys, this is the phone, the iPhone 6. Here we have the iPhone 6. So I bought the gold color. So now let's power it on. Okay, there we go. Just place it down now, and yep. Okay guys, so now we actually ran into a problem. The phone that I ordered has been password locked. So it was said as a refurbished phone, but it's actually password locked. So we are going to remove the password now. Okay guys, so now we have actually unlocked the phone now. So I've unlocked the phone and I've downloaded a few apps, as you can see here. So yeah, so before we do any other tests, let's take a look at the software and the storage of the phone. Let's go. So the software update, let's check it. Okay, so I actually can't check software update. I have to on my Wi-Fi. I've already connected it to my Wi-Fi, but I have to on it first. Yeah, on my Wi-Fi. So let me go to software update. So the software is on iOS 12.5.4, as you can see here, and that's it. So now let's look at the storage. So yeah, iPhone storage is 16GB as we ordered, and yeah, so I've actually downloaded a few apps and games. So yeah, so that's it. And now let's look at the battery health. The battery health is at 86, which is quite okay for a phone, but it's not okay for a refurbished phone, as refurbished phone have always been batteries with 100% maximum capacity, but this is quite good for a normal phone. Okay. So now before we look at any other technical specifications, let's look at the hardware of the phone. So this is a aluminum body, and as you can see at the side is the power button, which is also for the on off sleep and wake button, and at this side is the usual mute and unmute switch, and this is the volume up and volume down switches. Okay, and at the bottom we can see the lightning connector and the headphone jack with the built-in speakers. At the top we have the microphone and this is the sensor for auto brightness. This is the front facing camera. As usual, just like all the other iPhones, this iPhone also has the fingerprint resistant oleophobic coating at the front of the display, which you can't see right now because I have put on a screen protector for this phone. Actually no, the phone came with a screen protector on it, so yeah. And it also has display zoom and reachability on the display, so you can actually reach all four corners. As you can see, I'm holding in one hand and you can reach all four corners easily. So yeah, this corner, this, and you can actually swipe up for the control center, and yeah, so it has all four corners reachability, which is actually really good for a handy phone. So you want to use the phone in one hand and you can actually reach everything in one finger. Yeah. So now moving on to the chip of the phone. This is running on an A8 chip with M8 motion coprocessor. So now moving on to the rear camera. The rear camera is an 8 megapixel IFAT camera, and it has autofocus with focus pixels with f2.2 aperture, and there's optical image stabilization. Okay, no, optical image stabilization is only available on iPhone 6 Plus only, but this is iPhone 6, so it's not available. And this has true tone flash, so here's the flash. And there's and this lens is actually a 5-element lens with hybrid IR filter, infrared filter, and it has also a backlight illuminating sensor. So yeah, there's a sensor here, and the glass covering the camera is a sapphire crystal lens cover. It also has auto HDR for photos, which is really good for a single camera iPhone, and it has face detection like normal phone, so face detection and exposure control, so it controls the brightness according to the sunlight and the area where you're taking the photo. And this has a panorama of 43 megapixels and also has burst mode. It has step to focus and timer mode also. So this is really good for a single camera, and it's actually quite good if you want to get it now, as if you want to get it in 2021 as a spare phone. So now it's about the video. So you can record 1080p HD video recording, and you can change it between 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. And but you can't take 4K videos or like the iPhone 12 Pro Max because it's a single camera. As usual, it has the true tone flash, and the slow-mo you can take it up to 120 frames per second or 240 frames per second for slow-mo. But if you take it in higher frames per second, then your quality of the video will be lower. The time-lapse video also has stabilization with it, and cinematic video also has stabilization. So this phone also has continuous continuous autofocus, so it automatically focus on your during your video. You can also take photos while recording video, so you don't have to off your video if you want to take a photo. You can just continue recording at the same time click a picture. So it also has improved face detection for face detections and 3 times zoom, so you can zoom up to 3 times. I know this isn't a very big number according to today's phones, but this was really good back in 2016 when the phone first came out. So now moving on to the front camera. It's 1.2 megapixel. You can take up to 1.2 megapixel photos with f2.2 aperture and 720p HD video recording. So you can record videos up to 720p if you're vlogging, and it has backside illumination sensor. So I think you can see it you can't really see it now, but yeah. And there's also auto HDR for photos and videos with as usual face detection and exposure control. It also has burst mode, so you can take multiple photos at the same time. And the touch ID, the touch so the touch ID is actually integrated into the home button, and this is, if I'm not wrong, this is the second generation, because the first generation was from the iPhone 5s, and this is the first phone to come with Apple Pay, so you can pay using, and you can on an NFC, and you can pay using your touch ID on stores and apps. So you can do FaceTime video on this also, FaceTime video and audio on this phone. So now we are done with the technical specification of the phone. So now let's move on to testing this phone. So now let's test out the sound now. First is the speakers, so let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna increase the volume now. Okay, there we go. Full volume. Bittersweet and I'm walking slow. Sensitive, feel the afterglow. Looking for things that I can't control. Fear from my past, cause it always shows. Do I wanna try? Can I let it go? Running from the past, wanting to be sure. Chaos in my mind, constant deja vu. Okay, so so as you can see, the speakers are quite loud because this is actually a closed room, so the speakers are amplified. But if you're in a loud space, then the speakers might differ. So yeah, so now let's move on to the video. Let's see how the video looks like. Okay, so now here's the video. This is actually the highest resolution, so it's at 1080p, which isn't really as good as today's phones, which can do HDR and stuff. So this is the normal video, so it isn't so bright, but it's quite good. The colors are also not so vibrant. As you can see, they're quite dull. So let me just increase the brightness so that maybe it might make a difference. Okay, so now I've put it at full brightness now, and as you can see, the video isn't as good, but yeah. So as you can see, the video is a bit blurred. It's not because of my camera, but that's how it's showing on the phone. So now let's move on to see how the refresh rate and how games work on this phone. As I told you guys, we have actually downloaded a few games here. So now we should open Subway Surfer now. So there it is. So it's actually loading. So let's start. It's actually loading. So as you can see, there was a small lag at the start of the game. So yeah, as you can see, it's actually there's quite some lagging. So let's go on a bit into the game and see if the lagging continues. So now the lagging has reduced, but there's actually still a bit of lagging. It's not very smooth, but it's actually quite good for those who want to use it as a spare phone. And speaking about using it, the software update for iPhone 6 actually stopped. See, as you can see, there's actually quite some lags. There are quite a lot of lags here. so you can't really game on this phone, but it's quite good for a spare phone. So now let's move on to testing the camera and how the photo and videos work on this phone. So now the photos that you're seeing are from the rear camera of the iPhone 6, and now this is a video taken on the iPhone 6. So that's it for the review of the iPhone 6. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys liked it, do click the like button, and please do subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you. Bye bye.